do. Oh, well, hey there. Don't mind me. I'm doing the obligatory tweet that, you know, man should do before going live. But it's whatever. Boop. There we go. There we go. Posted that on the old Twitter machine. That is now done. Whew, what a day. What a day. We have not long until F1 2017 drops. And there's been some actual, like, gameplay of the actual stuff. It's amazing. So, you know, I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to getting my hands on it. I've got it pre-ordered on the old Xbone. So that'll obviously download. And I may pick it up at some point. Super cheap for a PC if there is enough audience. By audience, I mean for people to play multiplayer with. That's long and short of it. Right. Hungarian Grand Prix. Let's just disconnect. Oh, yeah. You know that great thing about the Xbox One? It's like, oh, you disconnected the plug and play. That means your controller disconnects. But it doesn't. It really doesn't. Right. SitRep. We qualified 6th. So we are like worst of the top 3 runners. We're good in Sector 2 around here, but Sector 3, mucho no bueno. Mucho no bueno. I've got like no corner speed in the final 3 corners, which is not good. Who bought upgrades? Who bought upgrades this weekend? Why, it be Toro Rosso bought some upgrades, and as such, that, you know, that midfield scrap is looking very tasty indeed. Very, very, very tasty. We're saving up our resource points for an upgrade. I don't know what the upgrade's going to be. Oh, sorry, I was going to go back to the laptop so we could do our own little review, see what's going on. Like, stand-ins, we suck. Massive wangs is what we do. We're, you know, down there in 6th. We've had some bad luck this season, which we'll go over to now. We've had some bad luck. Silverstone, we were on for a win. We were on for a win, right? 3 laps to go, my front left pops. So obviously we had to do, and it was at the start of the lap, so we had to crawl around, change the tyres, and we finished 9th in the end. So that was, you know what I'm saying. But it's a different round, the Hungarian Grand Prix. We will see what we can do. Let's go to the old race. Go to the old race weekend. Let us see what be going on.
We've seen some astonishing Grand Prix here over the years, haven't we? The drama of 2015 is a recent example. Jensen Button's first win on a wet track in 2006, or in 1997, Damon Hill's heartbreak in the Euros after a late gearbox failure.
What a wonderful place this is to come racing. Well, some could argue that the 2017 iteration of the Hungarian Grand Prix was a bit shite. And it wasn't great, let's be realistic here. But Alonso, fastest lap for your boy. You know, the kid's got some speed. Lap record. It's a 19.0 by Michael Shotwell. It was as of this game. It really isn't anymore. Yeah, Daniel Ricciardo leads the Drivers' Championship. He's going for 2 in a row. And with that Red Bull being as fast as it is, I would not be surprised. Let's just get into this, shall we? Shut up. Right, race day. Apparently nothing too special occurring. And we have to qualify, obviously, because we're in the top 10, we have to qualify on the tyres that we did the best time on. Excuse me. There's 6 seconds in it between the pit stops. Allegedly. Allegedly, there's 6 seconds in it. Excuse me. I don't know. Multiple pit stops just doesn't sound like my idea of a good time. And I just don't... I'd rather be sticking close to the AI and mirroring what they're doing, and they pretty much always go for the high tyre management, maintenance, whatever. Let's bung some fuel out the motor. 32.5 laps, I think, is what we'll go for. Interesting fact, what was it, like the Hungarian Grand Prix of this year was the first one ever with a first lap safety car. Couldn't believe it. Could not believe it. I could have sworn that there was a first lap safety car. I mean, I know there's been obviously safety car at the Hungarian Grand Prix, but I could have sworn there was a first lap safety car earlier, or you know, sooner than the Grand Prix that was just had. So we start 6th. Nothing special in regards to our starting position, but what can we do is a question we need to ask ourselves. I think we're going to need to hope and pray for a good start. We're going to try and need to be bold into turn 1, which is something that I am very good at doing. So we'll see how this one goes. In the Haas, in Season 2, it obviously didn't go too well because we performed a qualifying masterclass. But obviously the field, because of how slow our car was, just got away from us. We are now, this is the halfway point of the season, and we've only got like 50 or so points. I think we're well and truly out of the title fight. Let's be realistic here. Unless Daniel Ricciardo crashes for the next 8 races, we're well and truly out of this one. Which is a shame, but you know, it is what it is, and what's happened has happened. As we now turn our attention towards the Hungarian Grand Prix. Nice slow formation lap. Ricciardo already at his grid spot. 35 laps of the Hungaroring await us. Let's see what we can do, shall we? Can I get the mic? I can get the mic there. Lovely, lovely, lovely. We're on the dirty side of the track, but it is the inside going into turn 1. And I think that's what's going to be important today. Final car's getting in his position. Here we go. As we wait for those red lights. There's 5. Lights are out. Away we go. Rosberg got an absolute belter. He's looking at the back of Raikkonen. Hamilton looking at the back of Verstappen. Can we squeeze? Oh, we're very on the inside. We are very on the inside. We're going bold. Going aggressive. We have to. Into turn 1. Hamilton tried to follow me through. Didn't work. And we are up. Split the Red Bulls up into 2nd place. It was a first lap dive bomb and a half. And we needed to do it to get anywhere in this Grand Prix. I'm surprised Rosberg isn't higher up due to his fantastic start. And now let's use these opening laps where the AI is a little bit slow to try and get ahead of Ricciardo if we can. I was very light on my tyres in quali. You know, the out lap and the cool down lap were very, very slow, while the hot lap was very aggressive, so they should be in pretty good nick, I would hope, as I take that corner atrociously. That gives Ricciardo some room. That's my Achilles heel the whole weekend, has been that right-hander. Let's see if that comes back to bite me. I think it might, you know. We try and get some drive. Ricciardo's dropped us a little bit. The car feels disgusting with heavy fuel in this final sector. And Ricciardo already got over a second on us. But now we try and close up under braking through turns 1 and 2. Two-stop race, mirroring what the AI are going to be going for. As we get that corner, that's one I always fail to judge where the turn-in point actually is for it. So, you know, it's a very easy corner to cut because it is blind. Better, running out wide, unfortunately. Got Verstappen all over my gearbox. Oh, I can't skid it out wide. It's unbelievable how much differently this thing is controlling on high fuel, as opposed to how it ran in the practice and quali sessions. As I've got that wrong, Verstappen's going to be all over me. I've blown it in the final sector. Kimi, though, going to be taking a butcher's at Verstappen. Oh, he's going to try and run the outside. Verstappen cuts him off, runs him out of room. Understandable, to say the least. That was better. That was better. Judge that quite well. Judge that horribly.
Conditions should remain dry. We will keep you informed of any changes to the weather.
Could really go for a mixed conditions race one of these weekends. That'd be very nice. Speed down quite a lot for that right-hander. Still though, once we settle into a rhythm, we might get somewhere. Got to be just more cautious. There we go. That's more like it through the penultimate corner. Still not great, but much better than what we've been doing, and through the final corner, much better, much less aggressive and punchy, which is what we need to settle into a rhythm. Into the 22, that's better. So our estimated pit stop lap is between laps 7 and 9, so probably more than likely lap 7 if that's anything to judge it by. Ideally I wouldn't want to push it an extra lap. That's better. That's better. Verstappen still very much keeping Raikkonen at bay. Oh dear, that's gone wrong. That middle sector was not very good in the slightest. I'll put over the curve a little bit. We're starting to lose a bit of speed. It's now a race about looking at our mirrors versus looking ahead of us. I had to take so many bites of the cherry on dumping the throttle. We're back in the 23s. Here we go, Verstappen, DRS, not close enough. Where are we at with tyres? Tyres are looking decent, you know, they've definitely got a few laps left in them, which is fine. I don't think it'll be beneficial to push it an extra lap this early in the Grand Prix, because that leaves us vulnerable to the undercut from Kimi and from Verstappen as we get it all wrong in turn 5, and that puts us out of position for this one. Lovely, lovely. God, I'm all sorts of flustered. Verstappen putting me under pressure. All of a sudden my room... It could be me, or it could be my room. I'm getting very warm. Very warm. As we slide through the right hand of the car. It's just getting horrible to drive. Absolutely disgusting. Oh, look at the understeer. Verstappen's now got to run. Oh, he's gone straight into the back of me, though. Which is what the AI likes to do sometimes around here. Raikkonen's going to go down the middle. I'm going to hold inside line. Force Verstappen out. It gives Kimi the undercut. And oh, they touch! Oh, they touched. Kimi and Verstappen touch. There was some left rear to right front contact. Right there. Oh, dear. Could you report the same information about Ricciardo, please? Would appreciate, because Ricciardo, due to my driving or the lack of grip these tyres are now generating, has absolutely vanished down the road. With his 5-second lead. Bring the car back in. Oh, it's painful. Kimi's in. Kimi's in for the undercut. Would you look at that? Unless he comes out in traffic. Well, they've given Kimi the preferential treatment. He did qualify ahead of me, but I did get ahead on track. So, and again, that's not the Mercedes principle. Please, Kimi, come out in traffic. I think he might. It's my own benefit more than anyone else's. Ricciardo pit that lap as well. Interesting. Okay. I figured it was going to be lap 7 for the earlies and lap 8 afterwards. Clearly the AI having similar issues to myself on their tyres. As I've got now next to 0 grip. The front end just not going where I want it.
Okay, we're ready for you. Box this lap.
Verstappen closing in at the end of the second sector, beginning of the third, like he does. Here we go, boxing this lap. Grip, there it is. Oh, got that slowed down nicely. There we go. Battle of the pit crews. We got a bit of space to Verstappen though. Didn't get held by anyone else. Good. Good, good, good. I think wow, mediums. Okay. Grosjean, Alonso, Magnussen. Come out ahead of Verstappen. Where the hell is Kimi Raikkonen? Where in the blue hell is Kimi Raikkonen? Right, well, we're running a different strategy to the guys around us. Now that's very interesting. I would have assumed that the strategy the game gave me is just the stock default, which tends to be what the AI run. But apparently not. Apparently they've all gone to mediums, and I am on soft tyres with a massive train of cars ahead of me. The good news is I have cars between me and Verstappen. These guys are going to go long, so I need to pick them off as quick as possible. Doubt I'm going to get anyone through these sections of the track, although I can line Magnussen up nicely for a pass into this right-hander. And here we go, down the inside. Excellent, lovely. It's just what we need. Now, up behind Alonso. We don't need to do anything fancy. We just need to stick behind him and get slipstream and DRS. Ricardo sets a fastest lap. We get horrific understeer due to the dirty air. Alonso's got DRS off Grosjean though. We're not going to catch him. Oh, he's braked early. Go for the old Hungary lunge. That's exactly what we've done, and it's stuck. Not going to get Grosjean though. That's 2 of them picked off so far. We've got a run. Oh, I'm not taking it into there though. Maybe into this right-hander. He leaves the door open. We send it down the inside. That's Grosjean taken care of. And now we move on up to the current second place man, Carlos Sainz. We're going to get a good run on. Can we? Nope, I'm just going to lose my front wing if I do that there. Just got to stick with him and we'll get DRS and slipstream. Here we go. It's going to be all she wrote for Sainz out of the final corner. Lovely, lovely. Into second place. And we'll take DRS on exit. And that's us up now into second place, running the alternate strategy to the AI. All other drivers on, well, that pit the same lap as me appeared to fit the medium. I don't know what Kimi fit, actually, interestingly enough. 7.4 the gap is to Daniel Ricciardo. The Red Bull is a lot faster than our Ferrari. It is by far and away the best car on the performance graph by a country mile. We've put a lot of cars between us and Verstappen though. Us, Verstappen and Rosberg picked the same lap, I believe. So it's about building on that. I can see Kimi actually. He's in a train of traffic. He's, as I take far too much curb, he's around, if I had to take a pot shot of position, I would say 10th is around where Kimi is. My finger already hurting. That Red Bull is just too quick on its day. Welcome to everyone just coming in. Do appreciate you checking out to stream.
We should start saving on fuel. Fuel mix one.
Look, fuel is fine, Jeff. Fuel is fine. Don't worry about fuel. I can just leave it in standard for most of the race and it'll get to where it needs to be. That was disgusting. Building a nice gap to the gaggle of cars behind us. They're all probably trying the one-stop. I wouldn't blame them if they were in their position. And it's holding up Max and Grosjean very nicely. But Ricciardo's just in another league today. Did I say Grosjean being held up? I know Grosjean's in that train, but I meant Verstappen. Verstappen and Rosberg. That's who I meant. Good God. The flub. Be real. Lap 12 of 35. Look at that. Still so much race left to go.
The gap behind us is 3.5 seconds.
I wonder how bad the tyres are. Because they appear to be wearing quite quickly when I quickly went through the menus. Oh, wow, the fuel efficiency coming up. All these fronts, this left front is wearing very quickly. And Ricciardo is just driving off into the distance. And I don't feel as if I'm building enough of a gap to Sainz as I really should be. So we're going to try some rich mix and some better laps, because I'm not really lapping very consistently, or well, for that matter.
Okay, some information on Gutierrez. They're slowing down. It seems like there's some kind of problem with their car.
Issue with Grosjean, apparently. Wow, I'm pushing the car too hard now. That's when you can tell when you just carry far too much speed into one of the corners, is when you can just tell, yep, you're trying too hard. Overdriving the car is worse than underdriving it, realistically. Look at that. It's just bad. Verstappen now back up to third place. Has successfully navigated the traffic and will now be on the back of us very soon.
Ricardo's out in front.
Into the 22s that lap. So that's a bit better.
Okay, distance to teammate
16 seconds to Kimi. What is going on with Raikkonen's race? He pitted a lap ahead of me. You would assume he would have got the undercut. And he's now way off the field. Can I get a... I don't think I can get a teammate status.
Kimi's reporting damage to his front wing. Minor damage on Kimi's
That explains it. Kimi's carrying damage. Oh, speaking of carrying damage, the understeer that would be caused by front wing damage, very apparent for myself. Now look at Max just driving away from that pack. This is very much a race for second place today, with Max Verstappen on the prowl. He is going to be very much in the hunt for it, because by the time I pit around lap 19 to lap 22, I'm going to go onto medium tyres. He then will be switching to soft tyres later on and will be faster at the end. That's my concern.
There's a gap of around 10 seconds. Keep pushing.
Oh, violently over the curbs.
Alright then, some information on Verline. They're speeding up again. So
Hey, Verline's issue has been fixed. He can pick himself up from plumb last. Is where I assume he would be. This lap has felt very good. I'm going to keep pushing the fuel just a little bit till the end of this lap is when I'm going to push the fuel tilt. I'll then go back to standard. And it'll be saving for most of the rest of the race. The medium tyre runners appear to be coming in, so that means they feel they can do 15 laps on a set of mediums. That means realistically I should be coming in around lap 20. If my tyres make it that far. Oh dear, there's that was not exactly very graceful. I assume that to be Pascal Wehrlein ahead of me. The understeer that I carried through there. Admittedly, I was carrying a lot more speed than I usually do. Driven my own Hungary ring this particular lap. Bring it in and get ready to bump it down to fuel saving.
we're expecting him to come into the pits within the next 5 laps.
There we go. Right, back into standard.
We're approaching the pit window. You'll be on the mediums.
I think that little stint on Rich Mix was okay. It was nothing special. It more bridged the gap rather than actually, you know, help bring it down or extend it, which, considering how much faster the Red Bull is than this Ferrari, is very nice. Oh, Jolyon Palmer, no. Jolyon Palmer, no. Jolyon Y. Oh, that's right near the pit exit as well, or the pit entry, sorry. Going to the track maps. Oh, oh dear. Oh my, a safety car, you say?
As we catch the pack, we're considering switching to an alternate strategy. Do you want to change or
Well, well, well. That's an interesting change of strategy you got there. I think, actually, no, sorry, tell a lie. I think I'm going to go mediums and I'm going to run to the end, I think is what I'm going to do.
drop your speed? Our delta is too low.
Yeah, got ya.
Slow your pace immediately.
Shut up, Jeff.
Affirmative. Medium tyres at the next stop. Understood. Stopping this lap.
I will box this lap and I will use the oh, there's Palmer, look at that. Yeah, that is fairly dangerous in position. We mount the curb. There we are. In the pits, fit the mediums, because everyone is having to stick to a delta, so we'll see where we come out. I assume it's going to be just behind Verstappen. Red Bull crew looked as... Did they? They must have pitted Daniel. They must have pitted Daniel.
Up to speed now. Let's get some heat into those tyres.
Right, so now the safety car will be out for the laps that I was going to be hammering around on the mediums anyway. Oh, sorry, on soft tyres. So the mediums I've now switched to. I have better track position and should barely get anywhere. I think that's what I'll keep an eye on as I throw the car violently through the corners. Still got a long way to catch the safety car. I don't want to take life out of my tyres. See, I've already got 1% on the left front. That's not what I want. There we go. It's just there. This safety car is going to have worked out very nicely for Kimi, actually, especially if Verstappen pits this lap, which I fully expect him to do. There he goes. He would be foolish to not pit. So, Ricciardo is on. What are you on, Daniel? You're on soft tyres. So you have to pit again. There's absolutely no way he can go to the end. There's no way he can go to the end. Hamilton's pit, I assume, and fit medium, so he can go to the end. Raikkonen, I don't even know what Kimi's strategy is at this point. But this safety car could have just worked out in our favour. I mean, the softs can go... I mean, I went from lap 7, and they want him at 12 laps. It's a big ask. I don't think Ricciardo can go to the end. But then again, I don't think he had another set of mediums. And I think the safety car won't be coming in till the end of lap 20. Or 21 would be my best guess. Hopefully 21, to be honest. Leaves less racing. Which, if Ricciardo has to pit again, sounds top job to me. Oh joy! Oh joy! Daniel Ricciardo could now look like an absolute friggin' genius because of light rain in 15 minutes. Good, 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 good. Good, good. I hate this game. Genuinely hate it. So how's everyone's day today? Good? Good? We're now very positive on fuel, which is nice. Can use some of that near the end of the Grand Prix. So allow Pascal Wehrlein to catch up. You know, come on everyone. Let's consider Pascal Wehrlein. Mr. Manor himself. After his issues were resolved, he's going to have been able to catch up. Where's Verstappen filtered out in all of this is another question I'd like to ask. Now what's the safety car doing? Is it coming in this lap? The answer I'm going to guess is no. Safety car is in this lap. Okay.
Let's make sure those tyres are up to temperature, and remember there is no overtaking until the first safety car line. Stay in position.
Daniel Ricciardo now to back the field up. I'm totally not gonna. Oh, come on. Come on, Daniel, please. Oh, I wasn't prepared. I was looking behind. We're going racing. Cold tyres. Pascal Wehrlein's out of the race. No, Pascal. Pascal, why? Kimi Raikkonen now only 2.8 behind us, and Ricciardo is going to have bolted considerably, and I have a train of cars behind me. Our job for this stint, stay as close to Ricciardo as physically possible. Because... oh dear. Oh, come on! Ah, god damn it. I know I ran wide a few times. That was definitely a mistake for my own corner cutting. That's annoying. Well, okay. Alright, whatevs. Oh, yellow flag. Why is there a yellow flag? Anyone out? Anyone got damage? What's... There's Verline. Verline's stricken man up. Who had just got himself back into the race, man. Just got himself back in. There goes Ricardo, fastest lap of the race. And we go about 3 seconds slower than him, obviously.
We've pretty much burned off our excess fuel. We'll be back on target soon. Don't wait too long to turn the engine down.
Ran that pretty close.
Ricardo's leading the race.
Oh, I'm fully aware Ricardo is leading the race. That's not a piece of information that I need to be told. He's in a Red Bull. Chance of a Red Bull not leading one of these races is very low. We're on for a personal best though. Now the tyres are actually going to be up to temperature. But Daniel Ricciardo has bolted. Kimmy's in.
Kimmy is in the pits. Kimmy
And Hamilton's in.
okay, the stewards.
Were they still on their mediums from...
DRS is
They must have still been on their medium tyres from the middle stint. Have to have been. Okay, well... Massa's now in third. The threat from behind has gone. So all I need to do... Because they can't go softs. They can't go soft. Ah, no, softs do go about 12 laps. Yeah, I can see their logic. Okay, okay, that makes a modicum of sense. So they could go to the end unless this divine intervention of light rain appears.
expecting light rain within 5 minutes.
5 minutes, you say? Well, that will certainly spice things up. So the safety car came out lap 17. That means Daniel Ricciardo has been on those soft tyres for a few laps. They're going to have had some pretty substantial wear.
We think there's
I'm going to guesstimate. A viable strategy change. Oh, viable strategy change. What is your viable strategy change, Jeff?
9 seconds. Got that confirmed.
Yeah, that was my strategy. I suppose I did swap it to, you know, originally I was going to fit another set of softs and then super softs to go to the end, but then I realised that was a stupid idea. Go one stop. But then now we apparently could have light rain and end up with intermediate conditions at the end. And Verstappen, also on soft tyres, is now going to be charging up behind me. The threat from behind has certainly not vanished, in the very least. I kind of hope the rain held off for a little while, so the Red Bulls had to pit for more dry tyres and then come in again for inters. That would be nice. I estimate them pitting around lap 30 though. That's the problem. If that were to be the case, for a set of super soft tyres to blast it to the end. So if the light rain does come and it does that thing where it just sort of mills about a little bit and doesn't really produce a proper shower, it could be game on. All I'm going to do is drive my own race. I've got a 3-second time penalty to worry about. So I'd rather just make sure I drive a good enough race myself.
Ricardo's the race leader.
Ricardo is indeed the race leader. Thank you for informing me. Oh my. It's all going to get a bit spicy at the end of this Hungarian Grand Prix. I did say earlier I could do with a little mixed conditions race. Give me weather.
Arriving on track in 5 minutes' time.
You said 5 minutes 2 laps ago. That's nearly 3 minutes. So, what is it, Jeff? What's going on with the rain? Ooh. Got that bit wrong. Got that a bit very wrong. Oh, crikey. Welcome to everyone coming in. Do appreciate you checking the stream out. We're coming down to the final few laps of the Hungarian Grand Prix. With the threat of rain, this could turn out to be a wee little bit interesting. Daniel Ricciardo's in. Daniel Ricciardo's in. His soft tyres couldn't go any further. The Red Bulls fit soft tyres when mediums were the way to go. So we pass Ricciardo as Verstappen's going to have a look, but Verstappen's going to need to make another pit stop as well. We now lead the Hungarian Grand Prix. Let's put that down to standard, save a little bit of fuel. And there's cars between Verstappen and Ricciardo. Very nice. Verstappen's going to be desperate to get past purely because he's going to be coming in this lap, if not sooner. They're on soft tyres that will now go to the end. Well, Ricciardo is. Verstappen certainly isn't. As he's now all over my gearbox. Sending a wee bit too early there. On the curb for the braking, that's not going to help us out. Ricciardo battling Sainz for 3rd place. Verstappen comes in. There we go. Verstappen is in. Tell me about the weather.
Might start raining over the next few laps.
Good.
Rain will arrive.
Let it happen now. I'm like, give me the rain. Give it me now. Ricciardo up to 2nd. Perez 3rd. I think he ran the medium and then swapped to the soft. Well, if the rain comes, we've all got to pit again for intermediates, so... Bear in mind, we have a 3-second time penalty for annoyingly cutting the corner we just went through. I turned in a bit too early. My other offences were running a bit wide sometimes. No real corner cuts, but there you go. It's an exceeding track limit penalty, not a corner cutting penalty. So, you know, I can appreciate the viewpoint on it. Just miffed. Ricciardo is coming at me faster than a stabbed rat. I don't understand why a stabbed rat is a terminology for speed. But nonetheless, as we battle on, come on, rain. Come on, rain. Yep, that's officially 3 seconds faster than I just went. Good. Good. That's utterly terrifying. Other cars are in the pits. Hamilton now up to 3rd. Raikkonen will also be on soft tyres then at this juncture. I get the feeling I'm slowly going to back Ricciardo into the field. Which I don't want to do because it then costs me maybe more positions. But at the same time, what am I going to do? Let him pass me? Absolutely not. Did you guys see the screen flash of the weather? Did anyone else see that? Yep, there's the rain. Here it comes.
Okay, be careful on those slicks. These conditions are making the line a bit greasy, but we're still nowhere near the changeover point.
How quick is the rain going to come down is the question. I don't think so this lap. I don't think this lap. I think next lap. Ricciardo is already up behind me. What's Ricciardo doing? What's Ricciardo doing? Ricciardo carries on. If the AI thinks it's fine, I think it's fine. There's Ricciardo with the superior tyres and grip. I'm not giving it up. I'm not giving it up. I'm going for the old Ricciardo lunge. On Daniel Ricciardo. Get his load down. There we go. Cost us both a bit of time. Why the hell not? As Verstappen now goes through. I've gone horribly wide in turn 2. Any cars pit that lap for inters? I'm keeping an eye on it. Oh yeah, no, just based upon how much grip I have. No, it's inters time. It's inters time. Yep. Two cars at the back end of the field have had the opportunity to pit for intermediate tyres. And they are going to make up some time, I reckon. Don't know who they are. Ooh, that's a bit... There we go, DRS disabled. The rain is coming down. Little to no grip available. Here we go, in the pits. Look at the front end grip that is non-existent through the pit entry. There we go. Battle of the mechanics again. What are we going to see? 2.8 from Ferrari. It's ahead of Red Bull. I'm therefore fine with it. Perfect. Anyone got to carry on? Nope. Other cars are coming in. We had enough of a gap. We are out in the lead of the Hungarian Grand Prix. Now, do we have the wet weather pace to pull away from Daniel Ricciardo? My money is on no. But you never know. We were able to magically pull away and build a 3-second gap. What a dream that would be.
There's 5 laps of fuel remaining.
It's been a while since I ran Hungary in the damp. As you can probably tell by some of my braking points. Since whenever I did Season 2, which was a long old while ago. No, I'm not even going to look back anymore. I'm just not going to do it. Car squirming. Ricciardo appears to have got himself acclimatised to the conditions. That's great for him. I think I'm going to be an absolute sitting duck into this braking zone, apparently, because that's where the car has slid wide. Contact! He's round! Ricciardo's round! Oh dear! silly moments. VSC. Let's have a look at that one, shall we? I'm curious to see. Right, let's look at it from Ricardo. I've run wide. He's... Oh dear. He's kind of driven into me a little bit there. Is my take on that. Let's have a look at it maybe in slow-mo. Let's just see. I'm coming straight across into his path. Oh dear. Racing incident, that one. It's a wee mistake by me. You know, from both of us really. Just a little bit silly for both parties.
Slow down. Your delta is negative, which means you are too fast. Reduce your pace.
What's fuel? We've now got nearly +1 on fuel. Standard. Quite literally, actually, when it comes to the fuel. Oh, come on. How am I nearly a second above the delta? Come on, game.
There's 4 laps of fuel remaining.
Quite a long VSC, all things considered here. I don't understand what the overall issue is. There we go, VSC ending. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Back up to racing speed.
VSC ending. Wait for green. Drop your speed. Our delta is too low and we'll risk a penalty. Slow your pace immediately. Okay, at this rate we'll finish with a little extra fuel, so you have some in hand to run a faster engine mode from...
Yeah, I don't really want to run in the faster engine mode. I don't really trust myself. For those curious as well, Daniel Ricciardo has enough speed to catch up to me and take away my victory because of my 3-second time penalty. So he's more than likely going to catch me and take that away, and that'll be almost my comeuppance, as it were, for the wee little incident that we may have just had. The wee little incident. Oh, that's very late on the brakes for turn 1 in the wet. Verstappen moves up to 3rd ahead of Hamilton now. That's a good battle going into turn 1 by the looks of things. Three laps to go if you include the one we're on. Wide line, try and find the grip. Totally did not break myself. Oh dear. Little to no traction. Lovely. Into the corner. There we go. I love the way that, you know, the old little radar at the start of the race was like, oh, it's going to be dry the whole way through. Don't need to worry about it. And now I'm like, great. Cheers, game. It's very, very wet right now. Very, very intermediate conditions wet. Nonetheless, we soldier on to the penultimate lap of the Hungarian Grand Prix. The wheel spin all the way through 5th, blimey. Ah, it's best of game, the old Hungarian guy. Driving your home race here, fella. And I'm winning it too. We'll see. Got a 3-second time penalty to serve at the end of the race. That was terrifying. Don't stuff it into the wall. Do not stuff it into the wall. It'd be the theme of this season. I would definitely stuck it into the wall. Turn it in, lovely. Get it in, there we go. As we now come on to the final lap of the Hungarian Grand Prix. We're now back to 24 seconds ahead of Raikkonen. We're gonna run rich mix for the last lap. Why not? For sheer lulz, bit of rich mix. Get it turned in nicely. There we go. Oh, we've gone wide. That was not a good chicane. Rains to stop within 2 minutes. Oh well, it's going to be wet for the final lap. Here we go, final sector. We run wide, bring it down to lean for the final corner. Don't want too much wheel spin. And we're going to come through. We've got a 3-second time penalty. I don't know how close Ricciardo is. Provisionally first.
Absolutely awesome.
Yes! Get in. There's a win. It's our second win of the season.
And I have to wonder, Anthony Davidson, just what set them apart from the competition here.
Well, they clearly have a car that comes alive in the kind of conditions we were dealing with today. It's a very balanced package in the wet, and what that means is that the drivers have confidence to attack.
Controversial win. Controversial win. With the collision between myself and Daniel Ricciardo with a few laps remaining. But it was Ricciardo who spun. I did not. The stewards deemed that I did not deserve a penalty. And as such, we have won the Hungarian Grand Prix in Season 3. What a victory.
Let's take a look at the driver's standings. It's a good result for Daniel Ricciardo, who moves further.
I feel as if I was helped by the Red Bull strategy blunder. Kimi fell to 5th in the end. Alonso up from 14th to 6th. Who else got points? Sainz got points. Good for him. He ran nicely throughout the race. And yeah, no one really surprising down here. So. Well, would you look at that. So that leads us nicely onto the Drivers' Championship. Kimi Raikkonen overtakes Nico Rosberg. Good stuff. I am still in 6th and probably going to finish there at this rate due to the fact of, you know, my ability to finish a race was not very good for the start of the season. Constructors-wise, probably going to stay exactly where it is. We're not too far behind Mercedes, sorry. Not too far. Okay. Well, that is a win. What a win. Huge victory at the Hungarian Grand Prix. Team, love us now. Absolutely love us. Look at that. Fantastic stuff. Let's go to the old trophy cabinet. That nice, shiny new first place trophy. at the Hungary. We head to Germany next. And then only a few more races of the European season. And then we're back over Singapore, Malaysia, Japan, the US, Mexico, Brazil, and then the final in Abu Dhabi. Don't think, you know, we got 3 wins in season 1, and we got 2 wins last season. So I'm gonna try and break season 1 when it comes to the wins. We got we got 4 second places and 1 third. So we need more podiums, more consistency from us. But I think we did all right today. We did all right. We did good, you know. But I'd like to thank everyone for coming out and watching. Please leave a like if you did enjoy. Of course, video on demand will be going up tomorrow. And of course, if you want to find out more, follow me on Twitter. Twitter handle in the description below. And subscribe and enable them notifications. Thank you for all coming out. Really enjoyed it. See ya.